stacking up today. Mark Sebastian of Option Pit Mentoring joins us with our final trade of the day, and I have to say there's so much excitement around this Snapchat IPO coming down the pipeline, but you say it's time to trade Facebook. Why is that?
I think that's a company that's going to be worth less than it IPOs at in a year, in 2 years, and eventually gets taken under by a bigger company, maybe even a Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram. Instagram announced these Instagram stories, which essentially is a similar version of what Snapchat does. And Instagram has this massive following and is continuing to see it just more and more people grow. Because they've got this Facebook audience that they can then pull into Instagram. And I think Instagram is going to, and is having Snapchat's lunch. Twitter's already toast. Instagram did away with them. I think Snapchat's next on the line. I think Facebook, the combination of Instagram and Facebook itself, creates a company that potentially could be more valuable than Google in a year or two, maybe more valuable than Apple, maybe the most valuable company in the world. I like Facebook to move a lot higher over the next 6 months to a year.
So what's the trade, and what do you do right now?
The trade I would do as an option trader, because I looked at options, is to go out and buy long-term equity anticipation products, LEAPs, in January 2018 and January 2019. In the nearer term, the ones expiring in about 10 months, I'd be looking at the January 150 and 160 calls. In the ones that expire closer to 2 years from now, I'd be looking further out of the money, the 175s, maybe even the 200 calls.
Whoa, okay, so translation, he's anticipating that perhaps Facebook will be above 150 or maybe up to
$200 in 2 years. Yeah, if I buy a $200 call, I'm looking for Facebook to be well above $200 in about 20 months, 21 months.
And those people who bought the IPO and stayed in there are
They're
so happy
very
right
happy.
now,
They're
Mark.
very happy.
Let's take a look at overall market action as well, because there's a lot of activity happening in the VIX pit here at the Chicago Board Options Exchange yesterday. What does that tell you about the overall S&P 500? What's that telling us about the market?
Well, you know, the VIX volatility got a little overstretched. In other words, the expectations of future movement got really, really low. We saw the VIX get to about into the 10s, which is about as low as it will get.
And we saw the S&P 500
just off to the races. Just off to the races. Now, VIX has rallied back. It's back above 12. The S&P off a little bit yesterday after having a big up day. Now, maybe we're looking for either a little bit of stalled action in the S&P or maybe even a little bit of a give back. I would not be surprised to see the S&P pull back to 2325 or 2300. Nothing major, but VIX is saying, hey, maybe it's time to take a breather, and I don't disagree with what VIX is laying down.
We appreciate you being on the show. Have a wonderful long weekend.
You too.